What's up, it's cinemashogun here, and this may possibly be the last Gabby Petito video I ever make. And it's a bittersweet moment because this is the story where a lot of us originally came together. This was the jumping point for my YouTube channel, and it's also a story that we have all, we were so invested in, and we've been waiting for so long to get some type of closure when it came to this story. And obviously, Gabby's parents must feel the same times a million. You know what I mean? But it's a story that, we've gone back to. Even though it happened years ago, it's a story that we've gone back to every few months whenever there's an update. But now, the Petitos and the Laundries, they've reached some type of settlement. They've reached some type of agreement. And the lawsuit will no longer be moving forward. Now, I've seen some people online upset about this, and I'd be lying to you all if I said that this was not just a tad bit disappointing, because we all want to see the Laundries get their comeuppance. We all want to see the Laundries dragged through court and forced to talk, forced to reveal information. But this case, this lawsuit, it's not about us. It's not about how we feel. It's about how the Petitos feel. And even though there is that slight bit, that little feeling of disappointment, I fully understand and respect where the Petitos are coming from in this situation. You see, for the Petitos, I feel like what mattered to them most was making the Laundries speak and admit that they knew that something went wrong. They wanted that to be public information. They wanted the Laundries to have to admit that there were conversations that were had and that the Laundries knew that something happened to Gabby Petito, and they refused to tell anyone. For the Petitos, I think that was what was most important. And I can respect that. Because you see, recently, I don't know if you all watched the videos, but recently there's been a lot of details coming out. And for the first time ever, the Laundries were forced to speak. Now, we didn't get to see them speak, but in court, they were forced to reveal details that they have yet to reveal. They were forced to basically talk about the case for the first time. And they admitted that they had phone calls with Brian, that they were getting lawyers and stuff ready for Brian, and that Brian told them that Gabby was gone. They keep trying to pretend as if they didn't know for sure Gabby was dead. They just knew she was gone, but they knew. And that information is now public information for the world to see. And that's what the Petitos wanted. That is what was most important to the Petitos. Because without this lawsuit, the Laundries would have never been forced to reveal that information. That would be a big question mark that was on everyone's mind for the remainder of their days, especially the Petitos. So I don't think this was just about having the Laundries answer these questions for them. I think it was about having the Laundries answer this question for everyone. And also to show the world basically what pieces of trash they are for covering up this entire situation as Gabby's body was laying out there, as her family was desperately searching for her and searching for answers when they had the answers the entire time. So it looks like to me, after all of that information was revealed and made public, and the world now knows what we all suspected, and the Petitos now know what we all suspected. Once that part got out of the way, I guess the Petitos decided it was time to reach some type of agreement. We don't know what the agreement was. We don't know what the settlement was. All of that is confidential information, and I'm not worried about trying to figure out, if there was money exchanged or what. I really don't care because that has nothing to do with me. That's the Petito's business. So whatever they decided was best for them, that works for me. And I think that all of us had a lot of our questions answered over the past few days. I know a lot of people may have moved on from the case, but if you read the documents and, that were released and stuff like that, it answers some of the questions that we had. And it leaves no doubt in your mind that the Laundries knew that something happened to Gabby. But with that being said, like I said earlier, this is bittersweet because this is some form of closure for everyone who covered this story. This is a form of closure for her family. And now we move on. But at the same time, we're always going to remember this case. I'm sure we will reference this case for years to come. And who knows? Something tells me, when it comes to this story, it's like every time when you think you've heard the last of it, every time when you think it may be over, you get a tidbit more and a tidbit more. So I do think there is a possibility that we haven't heard the last of this story. But for now, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe. If you would like to donate to the channel, you can do so via CashApp. I'll have my CashApp in the pinned comment. But with all of that being said, I'll talk to you all soon in the next one.